Good evening. Welcome back to WTF with Tracy and Friends. Tonight is Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. Wow, time's flying by.
Yeah.
We have our friends of the show, John Zanito and Melissa Ledoux, and our special guest tonight, Joseph Watson. Say hello to Joseph Watson of Currencies and Mercer County Business Network.
What's up, guys? Super happy to be on tonight. Very excited.
We're excited to have you.
Yeah.
Again, tonight's lineup, we also have Ruben's Flavor of the Week. That's going to be fun. We also have an Am I the Asshole scenario, so everybody's going to weigh in on that. If you like what you're watching, if you like listening to us and our shenanigans, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss us when we're live, and comment. Ask a question, interact with us. We love to hear from you. All right, so I think we need to start off with Ruben's Flavor of the Week. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Flavor
Let's
of the
do
week.
it.
All right. So Ruben's Flavor of the Week. You wanna introduce it, Rube?
Actually, keep going.
All right. So Ruben's Flavor of the Week is from Trader Joe's Maple Pancake Snaps. So pancake inspired butter cookies with maple syrup, molasses, and cinnamon.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Sounds good.
All right. Let's unbox it. You here
Trader
for it?
Joe's always has fun stuff.
I'm gonna get the ASMR.
Crinkle, crinkle. Treats?
Oh, they smell really good. Okay, they smell extraordinary. Let's dole these out here. Here you go.
Hey. Okay. So what we do
Oh, look at you.
is we choose weird foods and weird drinks. Okay. And today we have maple pancake snaps that I bought. Yes, they're not sponsoring us. Hopefully they will. Trader Joe's.
Oh, yes, Trader Joe's. Sponsor
Shout
us
out to
for
Trader
the
Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
unique foods.
And not yet. Yeah. My thing
Oh.
is that I won't try them until Tracy tries them, and everybody else tries them at the same time. And then we give our, because I want to be totally not nonpartisan on this
All right.
at all.
And, we grade it
So
0 to, or not 0, yeah. I
yeah,
guess
0 to 10. 0 to 10.
0 to 10.
Yep.
There was a controversy about the grading scale. I was told, I was given feedback that we should have a more Portnoy-esque scale
Right.
of like 7.5 or whatever. But, you go with your heart. You don't have to
No,
You can-
it's your show.
judge it whatever you want. You're not a fan of Portnoy? Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get to it. Ready?
Okay.
All right.
All right, get the
Everybody,
ASMR. I gotta
get ready
bite
to try it?
Crunch.
Okay.
It does
Oh, it does
smell
smell
very
like
good.
it.
It does
Yeah.
like a Yankee Candle.
Huh?
That's surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good.
Delicious, but it doesn't taste like I'm not getting maple pancake.
Oh, see, I like the fact that it's light on the maple. I think it has like a nice,
Right.
I think it
subtle.
blends well. That
Right, it's not like-
aftertaste is strange, though.
Yes. Key on the aftertaste, exactly. On the aftertaste.
It does say pancake-inspired butter cookie
Cookies.
with maple syrup molasses.
Definitely
So-
tastes butter.
So you can
Butter,
taste the butter.
butter.
It's good as hell, but
I'm trying to.
if,
I.
if
Okay.
we did it if we did like a blind taste test on it, I don't think I would be like maple pancakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would.
It's
I
like
was.
a really light graham cracker.
Yeah, it's
kind.
really
Yeah.
good though. It's
I would not say
delicious.
pancake at all.
No. The taste. I can go. I go with the graham cracker, and something about it tells me like Thanksgiving, like you said about the scented candle.
No, the maple, like it's
The
fall,
maple.
very
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
And I was a little concerned, it's called a snap, not a cookie, so it's like,
Yeah.
the ginger snaps are very dense, like hard.
Right.
what I was
right,
expecting.
Right.
But it's very light and
Crispy,
crispy,
yeah.
crunchy.
I was expecting like that ginger snap, like very hard cookie.
Yeah, but it's fantastic.
I think they're good. I
Yeah.
like
All
them.
right, what do you
Not
rate
good.
it?
I give it a 9.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Mikey likes it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
give it a 5. I'm meh.
Yeah, I'm going to go 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 5.
No 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't
So-
add it to my snacks.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, he likes maple, so I
maple.
expected a high
Smell,
rating.
the texture, everything, it's a 9. They add
Yeah.
a bourbon taste to it, it'd be a 10.
I'm gonna go with
I
8,
agree more on that one.
only because
Ooh,
a little
8's
too
pretty
much.
high.
It's pretty high. I would have actually gave it a 10 because it tastes really good.
It
It's
is.
very light. But it tastes more of the butter, like you said.
Yeah.
And it tastes like I'm eating I don't want to say it, eating a candle, you know. But
Tastes like a Yankee candle.
Yankee candles. Yeah, it's like they took the flavor of the
It's
Yankee
that-
candle.
It's
The
the
scent.
aftertaste that does it
Yeah.
for me. I don't really like
I agree with Joseph on the aftertaste and all.
It is giving
But-
candle.
I like the texture, though. I
Yeah.
think the texture's
That's
nice.
just really good, but it needs a little bit more maple to it.
Yeah,
More maple and less butter. Less butter.
I would agree.
So I guess the total is what, 8, 9,
5.
5,
Six.
6,
5.
5. So it looks like it might be a 7 altogether.
That sounds about right.
So are you good at math in your head, or you get it?
No, yeah. No, I take it on the average. I'm a little good at math.
You're
I
right,
am.
the average?
Yeah,
Fine with me.
yeah. I'm a little good at math. I'm a little good at math. It's that little calculus that I dreaded
You
taking.
would never use it.
Exactly. I had to do the taste test averages.
That's
Well,
right.
all right.
Love
Well,
it.
that's the segment of
Well,
Ruben's Flavor of the Week.
thank you for
Yay!
the flavor of the week.
Oh, really?
Can't wait to
So-
see what we have next week.
That's right. What will it be? Only Tracy and I know.
Well, and then next week we're going to change it up. We're going to do a blind taste testing, right? Like we're just going
Oh, you know
to.
what? That's probably not a bad idea.
That's your idea. You told me.
No,
that.
you told me that. I thought we were just. I thought we were just kidding.
Mandela effect.
You told me. You told me that. I think I have a text message. Don't make me find it.
No. Was it a blind test?
Text,
Yes.
text message
Yes,
is
it
changed now.
All right,
All right,
we'll
we'll
do
figure
this
that-
off air,
yeah.
but
She's
I
got the
wasn't planning on doing a
receipts.
blind test next week, but if you want, we
I'm
can
pretty
do.
sure it was your idea because I was like, oh, what a great idea.
No, it's not,
So
yeah.
only you and I will know
Yeah.
what it is.
All right,
and
so
then
I got to
guess.
find 3 companies that have the same make, either a drink or a food item.
Okay. We could also do like the Pepsi challenge.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
I know. I don't drink them, but I can
Ooh.
definitely tell the
You know what'd be hard? Should I do a hard one or an easy one?
Do a hard one.
Hard
Make
one.
'em
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know that there's a lot of stuff like Sprite that's out.
Yeah, ooh, you're right. Like Sierra
Yeah,
Mist.
Mist.
Ooh, the
Yeah.
Sierra
Do they
Mist.
still make 7-Up?
Yeah,
They do.
they
I
have
haven't seen it in a long time.
7-Up, Sierra Mist, and there's no, they got
I
rid of
think
Sierra
there's a
Mist.
new
They've
one.
recently got
Renamed, yeah.
Oh, they renamed Sierra Mist.
But it was renamed something Mist.
I don't think it got renamed. It
It
got
did?
canceled or not canceled.
No, it
They
no,
canceled.
it did get renamed because there's
It's
an.
not made
It's just a
anymore.
rename, it's like a yellow label now.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Actually, it was
I
it
heard
was in
it's
Taco
like
Bell.
the market, like-
Rebranded it
Yeah, it was in Taco.
somehow.
But that's what I'm gonna do. We'll probably do something like that, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. We might do the drinks and the food, but the mystery is until next week. I'll leave you with the cliffhanger.
All right. And then if I can
Yes.
get my hands on the mustard flavored Doritos,
Okay.
I'm gonna bring those in.
Okay.
no.
Well, we can't do it. Well, we can't do them all.
Well,
We
no,
gotta
but-
save them.
Exactly.
Save them for following
I'm-
weeks.
Save 'em for-
I'm looking for them.
Okay.
Mustard
We did the,
Doritos?
spicy. No, Doritos. We did spicy ketchup Doritos last week, and I thought, oh, no way.
Yeah.
They were so good.
Wawa makes a sandwich chip now, and mustard, ketchup, onion, and you're supposed to put them on the sandwiches. Yes.
Oh, you have them?
I'm good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not a fan of ketchup.
All right, we'll interview Joe, and then we'll you can come out with the flavor of the week part 2, and then let them try it. I'm telling you, I
The
thought,
remix.
oh, no way, but they were surprisingly delicious. They were really good. All right, Joe. So this is how we roll here. It's just
I love it.
shenanigans. Now we'll get down to business, and then we'll talk more shenanigans.
Awesome.
We're going to talk about some Mandela effects. I learned of some new ones today, which really blew my mind, so got to talk about that. But Joseph, my new friend from our weekly meetups,
Yep.
that's how I know Joseph. I started attending Currencies meetups, which is actually
It has made a name change now. So now it's the Mercer County Business Network Group.
Mercer County Business Network Group.
Yep.
So
And on meetup.com. So
the app meetup.com. So if you have a business, large or small, it doesn't really matter. But if you want to, meet up with like-minded individuals, talk about business, how to promote your business and grow it, it's really a great organization. So check it out on the app Meetup. Or do you have a website for that?
we are currently creating a website, but that is to come. And then we're going to end up taking a subscription type role to where members can sign up from our network and get marketing and advertising on our website. So it'll be like a business directory for local businesses, from local businesses.
Yeah, it's a cool group. I've met so many amazing people through the group, and you'll see them. They're gonna be guests on the show, and people are gonna come in and talk about their businesses. If you have a business that you would like to talk about or promote, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, reach out to me. You can reach us at WTFlivepodcast@gmail.com, or message me on Facebook through Messenger or YouTube or Instagram. Message me through there.
And I'd also like to add that it's not just for business owners. We also want to talk to artists, creators, philosophers, intellectuals.
Great point, Joe. You're right.
If you have something to
skill.
say, a platform, a cause, something that's a beneficiary, we will help you promote that in any way. So again, it's not solely for business owners. Same thing for the event. We have people that are just trying to inspire themselves to be better people, go to somewhere that's helping them nurture that creative mindset that they're trying to stay in.
Right. If you're looking for a mentor, maybe.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just, being around like-minded individuals. It's really an amazing group of people. And every time I attend, there's, I meet different people and new people. It's really a great group.
So can I start off with a story real quick?
Please do.
All right. So this isn't my story. It's a viral clip that's going around, but it ties in well with a lot of what we're trying to inspire at the event. So you know what fleas are, right? Find them on your dogs, cats, pets, and stuff.
Yes, sir.
So a flea has a 36-inch vertical jump. That's how they get around. It's how they get on your pets and stuff. And it can jump 3 feet in the air. It's just a little tiny thing. It can do very impressive stuff. So if you get a flea and put it in a jar that's a foot high, what do you think the flea is going to try to do?
Jump.
Jump out, right? It's going to try to jump out so it can go live its best life. So if you get a bunch of fleas and then put them in a jar and then put a cap on the jar, those fleas will try to jump out and hit the lid of that jar. And because they're around all of these other fleas and watching them do it, they will stop jumping to that height where they hit the lid, but just before it. It's a natural reaction that this animal has. And it will stay like that. If you take that lid off, it will continue to jump at that and not remember that it has the potential to jump higher and get out. It's a
cool story. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's a natural reaction that they have, and they don't relearn it afterwards either. So why am I telling you this story? So in life, we have the groups of people that we get to be around, and often a lot of people don't have that self-realization tool to remember that we can do much grander things than what we may be seeing or experiencing. So that's the first story I have for you guys, is when we come and create a network together to remind ourselves of what we can accomplish, and especially together. So we want to help push you out and get you out of the jar, get you back in a positive mindset, move you forward.
It's such a big part of it, a positive mindset. A lot of people are surrounded by people that are negative. And, when you talk about your aspirations and dreams, they just are so negative, and you can't really grow.
Absolutely.
Being
Right.
surrounded by that. So that's why a group like that is so instrumental in growing, in your personal development.
Yeah. And then I have one more short story for you. So a fisherman is fishing, and the guy is walking by. The guy sees his buckets filled with crabs. He's throwing out a net, collecting the crabs, and he notices this one crab is trying to crawl out of the bucket, right? So as a nicety, he goes to the fisherman. He says, "Hey, that crab's about to escape. Like, you want me to put it back in the bucket?" The fisherman says, "Don't worry about it. Watch what's about to happen." So he looks. He goes over to the bucket, and right as the crab is about to get out, the other crabs pull it back in. And that's another natural reaction these animals have. And another, why I'm telling you this story is you got to watch out who you have around you, because you don't want people pulling you down all the time. So watch out about the environments you put yourself in. And again, like, find those people, those groups, those situations away from work and home where, again, you're in a beneficial and positive environment.
Right, where people lift you up.
Absolutely.
And, surround you with positivity. So key in being successful in anything.
Yep.
Cool stories.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So my network, we have the Mercer County Business Network, but we are a lot like a young Vice News. So we have our own podcast, the Currencies podcast on YouTube. I hope you're going to be on it next.
I
We'll
would
set that
love
up soon.
to, yes.
We have a large resource web from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York business owners that we will eventually set up for public view. You can get services from people that are actually in your neighborhood, in your network. We can't wait to start doing that. We also have a Discord. For those of you who aren't familiar with Discord, it's kind of like having a web page, but a lot more customizable, and there's a lot of extra tools that you can add to it. But we track world markets, so 6 continents, over 160 different assets. That's why my company is called Currencies. So I am originally a botanist by profession, and
Are you? I did not
so,
know that.
so I was originally a botanist, and then I started a business in Colorado and ended up getting out of that the industry that I was in. And with the money that I had made, I had become a portfolio manager. And after, looking into the global financial infrastructure, I got really heavy on financial news and then created a podcast around it. And just last year, I got my LLC, and here we are now.
And here we are, and you do your podcast at your studio.
Yep. Hopefully our studios will be able to work together. I'm right up the street.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be awesome.
so yeah, we have a Discord where we track a ton of different assets and just keep people up on financial news. We are huge on financial education and business literacy, so that's what our events are basically
Me
focused
too.
around.
That's like our grassroots effort.
Absolutely,
to,
yeah.
Preach financial education and financial literacy, and I've been preaching to you people about crypto for how long?
Yeah.
Not just crypto, just become financially literate, educate yourself.
So it's funny you say, when you think about financial literacy, people think of, learning how the stock market works, kind of those more complicated aspects of finance. Right. People need to brush up on that. It's important.
Yep.
Well, I saw this story, and I was telling Melissa the other day, the story went viral on TikTok, a video. This guy, I think in his 30s, just realized after 18 months of paying on his car, just that after 18 months realized he was leasing it and not buying it. He had no idea what a lease was, what he signed. He's like, I signed paper, and I didn't watch the actual video. I read an article about it, but he's basically like, I signed some papers, gave him a check, and they gave me keys, and I have a new car.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all this time realized, I'm just renting this car.
Yep.
And not buying it. I'm like, financial literacy is like at rock bottom.
It's
you know,
paramount.
scary.
So, so I actually have I'm an author as well. I have 2 books that are based from first principles and give you the foundation of what a currency is. And I'm hoping, or I have 2 out now. I want to write 9. I know that's very ambitious, but I already have them set up. And it's basically like a 6th grade business and financial education course that goes to 12. And then there's going to be a couple books for really technical people that would because I create algorithms for trading. Again, with the amount of assets we have in our portfolio, it's almost necessary to have machines watching it, the every move. If you hear my phone vibrate, it's because I'm getting text messages and price alerts and changes and stuff like that. But it's unbelievable and especially in lower income areas, the lack of any education in finance, period. And then you have school districts like Princeton, Lawrenceville, Hopewell that have amazing financial literacy platforms, or at least to the teachers and students that I've talked to. But I don't understand why it's not
Like a standard
equal
curriculum.
Yeah, there should be like a
yeah.
standard class.
And
should
don't
be.
get me wrong, with Hamilton public school systems, there was a little bit of it. They taught us how to balance a checkbook,
Oh,
but that's
we
about
don't
it.
even have checkbooks anymore.
And that's my
Nobody's
point is
relevant
like,
with
yeah,
that.
I mean, and I was in school more than 10 years ago at this point, but paying taxes, definitely never talked about, never brought up,
I
never
would
discussed.
love to see like starting a business, like writing a pro forma, things
Yeah.
like that, like basic kind of you know
And it's-
fundamentals of business that like they don't even.
It's unfortunate
on.
that you need to go to a third party like us to get that information.
Right.
So we are trying to eventually. Right now, our company is based in doing a lot of community development. That's why we're coming on here. This is a call out to any Hamilton or surrounding area business owners that really want to help us out with this narrative. We want to eventually go into these schools or school boards and just see how easy it would be to get something like a curriculum put into place. The teachers think it's a good idea. Everyone that I've talked to has not said that it's a bad idea.
Well, I've got somebody to introduce you to that you can talk to.
Wonderful,
About
yeah. And actually, so great segue. One of the reasons of why I became the way that I am is I went to a school called Hamilton Education Program for a short amount of time. And in that school, they had a business literacy teacher that actually gave us a class on marketing, finance, and like doing advertising and stuff. And it got me so interested that I became an entrepreneur like in my sophomore year. And by 18, I had started my own first business. So,
That's what we need more of.
but it was because I had that class that
Yeah. Spark
Right.
that.
if I hadn't,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be in the same trajectory if I didn't. So that's one of the schools I'm currently talking to and trying to figure out what we could do.
I think it should just be a mandatory kind of.
100%.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't come from an entrepreneurial background, like families that have started businesses, that's a whole different universe. Even what it takes to run a business, to start it, much less how to go about doing it, to come up with an idea. And
Yep.
it's great that you had that to plant that seed in you, so you realize that.
For example, within my generations of family, there's probably 2 to 3 generations who nobody in my family has owned a business. I don't know anybody in my family that owns a LLC or a LTD or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it's slowly becoming harder to do so. Number one, the skills, schools, and resources, even business schools, Rutgers Business School, like you can learn a lot, but I know a lot of MBAs that even after they come out of the programs, they're kind of scrambling to really get a foothold, especially when they're trying to create resource webs and networks of their own doing rather than working for an established company already. So
Right.
we're trying to give those tools and resources to people that want to do it themselves.
Right, which is why a group like yours is so important. And even if you don't have a business, if you're thinking about starting a business, you have aspirations to start your own business, I think a network like this is imperative because you'll find so much inspiration and possibly a mentor. I'm really big on mentors. I've been
Right,
so fortunate.
because I think a lot of people don't even know where to start. They might have a great idea, but they don't know how
Exactly.
to make that happen.
Exactly. So
Absolutely.
don't shy away from these type of networking groups because you don't have a business yet. You just have the idea. That's enough to attend, and
And it's all free.
it's free, and they're all over. I mean, we want you to come to ours,
Yep.
but they're anywhere. You could go on that Meetup app, and even Eventbrite might have some.
You were
events
telling
like
me that, like, yeah, you've told me that multiple times now. I have to check that out.
I didn't even know about Meetup. I was like looking on Eventbrite for crypto groups because I wanted to.
I should just
Yeah,
start.
get
Yeah, I
involved in
should
that.
add that to the marketing campaign at this point.
Yeah, you actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But so now, how long ago did you start these?
So we've been doing the meetups for 6 months. We started December of last year, 2022, but we've had a group doing this for close to 3 years now, and that had to do with the Discord that we had, where we were running an online global trading site where we would come together as traders. We had people in probably over 30 countries, if I had to guess, and we were just sharing information on trades we were making, investments that we were making. We had classes and courses on financial education. That's where I started, like, getting the ideas from my book and putting everything together. And it's now still available as a resource. It's now is monetized, unfortunately, because we did have some successes with it. So that's the paid side of it. But classes, courses, and workshops, multiple a week. So many tools and resources for investors. I also have a monthly global finance report that we do for people. I could talk all day about it, honestly.
I know. Well, obviously it's your passion, and that's what we, like they say, do what you love. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you're doing it.
I'm trying.
And having a great time doing it.
I love it. And again, I'm so happy to meet you guys and to give me this platform.
I know.
Can't wait to see what else we create together.
I have to give a shout out to Jeffrey Aki. Who
Yeah,
I
shout
met
out to
Jeffrey
Jeff.
at a book signing, but he introduced me to the group,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so glad that he did. Thanks, Jeff.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So.
So do you have any questions for me about what I do? I'm just curious.
Well, I
Any
think-
gaps I can fill in?
Where I know you just said you have aspirations of writing more books,
Mhm.
but where do you see, like, how do you see the company growing?
Yeah, so like I said, we're currently trying to set up a website, and what we want to be is a directory for NJ businesses within our network so you can support local. Especially like mom and pops, more lower end, we'll happily work with corporate America, no problem, but we really want to connect the people that own the businesses, the mom and pops, and show them who's behind the business, show the customer who's behind the business.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing. And I don't see, there are definitely like portals and, platforms that do that, but I just don't see it done in like a really efficient and effective way where you're getting that connection, that
Sure.
the personal intimacy of like, wow, that's a business 3 blocks down the street that's been up for like 10 years. You've never met the owner or anything like that, and then you have a nice like 30-minute or hour-long story about how they built it, their history, what the struggles, and everything that they had to go through to be solvent and continue that business. Like, that's what I feel like people need to hear more. That's what I feel like we're lacking, especially on the advertising end. So our podcast, we highlight those businesses. We, tell people that you can do it, because that's another narrative that's so heavy, is like, again, like people telling you that you can't do it in your life.
That's right.
We need to inspire more people.
Yeah, you can't
and we
listen
can
to
do a
that
lot
noise.
better.
You can't
So-
listen to that.
Joe, it sounds like, a lot of the support that you're offering for business, the network, it's similar to like the Chamber of Commerce, like the Greater Mercer County Chamber of Commerce.
We've been called that before. Yeah.
So and I know like the old Chamber of Commerce, they have like the breakfast here and there. It's a little more traditional, not as online and active that way. Would they be a competitor of yours, or are you going to network with them? And
We
to
would
kind of grow
network with them happily. We don't have, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have any competitors.
Okay.
Because especially when I'm trying to bring you on and promote your business, wouldn't make sense for me to pick or
Compete
choose.
against, right.
Like, for example, we had on Becca Compagnucci, and she runs a detailing business. A whole bunch of auto detailers hit me up, and I was like, we'll have you on. Give it a couple months so that we're not like over flooding
back,
with
right.
the same type of content.
Sure.
So again, like, I'm not, just because we have her on, she's my best friend. I love her. Shout out to Becca.
Hi, Becca.
But I would happily have other people in the industry on. We're not going to be exclusive because we already did one thing. So again, I'm not trying to promote competition when it works against me.
And I think that's a big red flag too. If you're finding like an organization that tries to talk you out of being involved with another organization, that's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at
To-
the end of the day, you're all there for the same reason.
Should be
To
working
better
together.
answer your question, I would say use us as a second opinion. And one thing that I even talk about in my books, and one thing that Jeff talked about was when he was on, was doing your own research. So if doing your
Have
own
to.
research means going to the Chamber of Commerce and checking out my event, that's exactly what I want you to do because that's what I practice and preach.
Do both.
So-
Now, I've been involved in multiple chambers. They are great. You get a great benefit out of them, but this networking group is different. I think it's more intimate a lot of times. The commerce meetings and events are so big. They're so large. Like, I used to sometimes feel awkward going by myself because I knew it was going to be a room of, 100, 200 people. And, I'd be at a table with nobody I know, and it can be overwhelming almost at times.
What people like about our group is not only do you go and you get to be around people that are, again, creating positive environments for themselves and business structures, but we want to hear what you have to say. So a lot of our topics are a think tank-like style where we make you talk. So if you come, you are putting in your own personal input as well as listening to everyone else. And that's where it may be different from a Chamber of Commerce where you're listening to people or a
Exactly.
select group of people.
Right. There's not necessarily a speaker, that's
So-
subject to that meeting.
Yeah, that's been one of the highlights is people get to actually put their own personal input throughout the entire event. So,
Joe, tell them about the format, because I love the format.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
great
so-
format to the meeting.
so we have an itinerary that we send out every Sunday. And the itinerary is basically every 30 minutes we transition to a new topic. So like our itinerary last night, if I still have it.
But like you start with
Yeah, so
introducing new
we'll
members.
so 7 p.m. to 7:30, new members introduced. 7:30 to 8, share your weekly progress, which is basically just everybody holds everybody accountable in a positive and respectful way. We tell everybody our gains, our losses, and just, check up with the family and everything. So 8 to 8:30, accountability, and then story time, and those were the two stories that I just told you. They hit well with the group last night as well. And then 8:30 to 9, we have open session, exchange info, figure out ways that we can all help each other. So that's basically, happy hour starts, you get your drinks, and we try not to drink during the event, by the way. So then we have happy hour, and then afterwards we have team building karaoke at Bill's Old Tavern. So everybody goes and sings a song and, get...
Everybody,
it
not
builds-
me. I go home to bed. I'm
yeah,
gonna
well,
have
not
some
Tracy,
fun.
but...
I'm the grandma of the group.
And you guys get together once a week?
Yep. So we're doing it 52 weeks of the year. One of my New Year's resolutions was I can't miss a week. So just being consistent. That's another
Yeah.
thing that, again, I try to practice what I preach. So
I love that.
I'm gonna be wherever we're hosting it every Tuesday night. If I'm there alone, which I have been one week, or not, I will be there. So.
That's amazing. I love the accountability. It's such a great group. I'm so glad that we connected and I'm part of it. And every week I find inspiration,
Yeah.
from meeting either a new person or learning more about somebody that's been in the group and that I've known. And it's really cool.
I just love it because no matter if there's 5 people or there's 20 people, and we've had up to 21 people come in a night, and you were there that
Yeah.
night. We always take something extremely positive and beneficial out of it. There's never
Absolutely.
a conversation that's flat or dull or anything like that. It's a great just conversation forum, really.
It is. Now, what do you say? How many members do you think you have about now?
Active members, and by active I mean that have shown up to the event, I want to say anywhere between 35 to 40.
That's great.
Yeah, and we have people that are very active outside of the networking event on Tuesday. We have 5 people that are personally in business contracts with me that we're promoting. I also do a consulting service, so if you want marketing or advertising, want to learn how to scale, want to learn how to do digital marketing, our company will help you move forward in that. Contact me. But whatever we can do to help the environment, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're going to work on a project.
Absolutely,
in
yeah.
the future. We've talked about that. And all right, so where can people find you if they want to know more?
Yeah, so we are on basically any social media that you can think of. We have you can follow me on Facebook, Joseph Watson. We have a Current of Currencies page that you can like. It's not very active. We have our Instagram, at Current of Currencies, no spaces or dashes or anything like that. We have a TikTok at Current of Currencies. We have a YouTube Current of Currencies podcast. You can find our Discord server through our YouTube. And we have a whole bunch of, like my monthly finance report and a bunch of other services we have on Patreon. I feel like I'm going
See,
on
you're
and
on
on.
everything.
And my business consulting services are on Fiverr.
Nothing
So
on Twitch. Not Twitch.
We
No, I'm just joking.
we
And
stream.
they say yes.
Yeah,
so
we
we're getting there.
at Kurt of Currencies on Twitch. We stream live content creation. So if I were to interview Tracy, all of the chopping and editing I do, I stream on Twitch to show creators how to do stuff.
Amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, we are literally on like my link tree is just a link to every social media you could think
Well,
of.
keep it going.
No problem finding you.
You're out there doing God's work. You
So,
know, just inspiring
fi-
people one day at a time.
You get a special prize if you follow me on all of my social media pages. How about that?
All right. Well, we need a list of those. Go to Linktree and I don't
that
wanna
link
miss
tree,
any of them,
yeah.
but I want a
Click the
prize.
link
Go to
tree.
Linktree, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Good stuff. Thank you so much.
Yeah, again, thanks for having me on.
Coming in and talking about it. Are you ready to stick around? as
Absolutely.
we
Let's have some fun.
Delve into some more shenanigans.
Yep.
Shenanigans.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. He's ready. Are you ready?
Specialize in
I
here.
think so.
Okay, so we have to get into the "Am I the asshole?" scenario. This occurred.
I
to
love
me-
these.
To me last week, and it really burned me up, and I'm still really annoyed about it.
Oh man.
Ooh.
I know, and I don't get worked up too often.
Are we going to dox some person too? No, I'm kidding.
No, but like things don't really work me up too much. I'm pretty laid back, but this had me. Oh, I was steam coming out of my ears. So I am driving through downtown Princeton, which I do multiple times a week. I have an office there, and I know going down Nassau Street. It's under construction now, which is a mess, but you know, the pedestrians are everywhere. So you have to be very mindful of the pedestrians. I always go very slowly because so often they're just on their phone, walking like.
And they
don't
just
even-
cross wherever, right? They don't care
don't
about the
even
crosswalks.
look.
No.
I mean, it's unbelievable. So, you know, driving down Nassau Street. Now I'm going 10 miles an hour, slow because I know, you know. So this woman darts out into the crosswalk. I'm about 3 feet from her. So I slam on my brakes. I'm not going quickly, but I slam on the brakes, and I'm kind of like, what are you doing? And she looks the other way. Won't even look at me at this point.
Oh.
That made me so mad. And I'm honking the horn. Won't even look. But I just, like, there's no self-awareness. It's so insane to me. Now, if I'm walking in town, I don't trust anybody driving.
No,
to
absolutely
stop
not.
me. I just thought that
A
was
lot of
so
people,
bold.
I feel like I know those type of people that have that mentality of they're not going to hit me with their car.
Right. They'll stop.
And they'll
Not
just
on
walk.
purpose. That's why
Right.
it's called an accident.
Right.
But
Yeah,
she,
no, I
she
agree,
knew
but
she
they-
was in the wrong because the fact that she looked away and wouldn't
looked
look at
the
you,
other way.
she knew
Oh.
that she should
See, that's
have
what-
I
stopped,
wanted to get out of
looked
the car
something.
and tap her on the shoulder. But, excuse me. That
Even
was
after
very
the-
unsafe what you just did.
Even after the honk, she didn't look your way. She just-
Nope, nope.
Nope, 'cause she
Turned
knew
and
she was the
walked
asshole.
all the way across the crosswalk. I just now, am I the asshole?
No.
No.
Because
absolutely
I know
not.
the pedestrians have the right.
So
of
they
way.
do have the right of way, but you still need to be
You have to be in a
aware of your
crosswalk in New Jersey.
surroundings and pay
She was in a
attention.
crosswalk, but have some damn sense. Like, what if I, like,
Right,
didn't
what if
stop
you
in
weren't
time?
paying
What if I was
attention?
distracted slightly? You know,
Right.
What, and you were even well under the speed limit. What if you were doing
ex-
25?
Right, and you
Exactly.
might not have been
Yeah,
able to
like-
stop so quickly if you were going the speed
Mm-hmm.
limit.
So when you enter a crosswalk, do you just walk out, or do you?
Is it a light or is it not a light?
All right, let's say.
If it's a light, you have to wait.
Right. Well, still, a lot of people in walking towns don't wait for the
No.
light either.
I think the law in New Jersey is pedestrians first. So if you do come to a stop walk or a crosswalk, you are legally obligated to stop
Yes, but
if a pedestrian is crossing.
you can't dart out in front of me in the
No,
crosswalk.
I completely
Let's say
agree
a
with you on
crosswalk
that.
with no
Don't get me
light.
wrong.
Like, I mean,
I'm
just-
always
On
looking.
Nassau Street, I'm not trying to get hit by a car.
I'm always
Absolutely
looking.
not,
Even
no.
as I'm crossing, I'm still gonna look because you don't know.
I don't trust.
when someone could just come out of
I
nowhere,
don't trust
speeding down the
anybody.
road,
Mm.
not paying attention. I wouldn't trust anyone.
Exactly.
I don't care if it's pedestrians have the right of way. We know that, but not everyone pays attention to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to trust my life in somebody else's hands.
Thank you.
No, I agree.
Moral of the story is when you get into the crosswalk, look both ways.
Right,
Make
and that's
sure the
something you
vehicle-
learn as a
Make sure
child.
the vehicle is going to stop and then proceed with caution. I mean,
Right.
Hopefully they're teaching that nowadays.
Trey, the-
Like, you should know that
you
as like a
can't-
5-year-old.
You can't teach common sense, or you can't teach
No.
self-awareness. I don't know how. It just so many people are walking around with no self-awareness.
I'd be a millionaire if
Scary.
I was if I had a course on self-awareness.
Joseph, we should
Let's,
do that.
There's
let's
your next
create it.
business.
There we go.
Can you teach self-awareness?
There is a topic. No, my opinion, absolutely not.
I don't think so.
It's like trying to teach someone to have common sense. It's
Yeah,
you
it's
have
like
it or you
have
don't.
it or you don't.
Yeah.
But it's scary. There's so many more people now without it.
And I
Like,
think the-
why do they have no?
I think the
self-awareness?
bigger moral lesson is, okay, everyone makes mistakes. You walk out, like in this lady, give a, oh shit, sorry, give a wave. My bad,
A
sorry.
little wave, right?
Someone
A little
cuts you
wave.
off in traffic, they merge in at the last second. Hey, I've done it. Always give a wave. They're probably like, oh, this asshole. You got to at least
She should have
give that
acknowledged you
acknowledgement.
and like given a wave
Sorry,
or
my
a
bad.
nod or something.
That's
to say,
the
like,
bigger
my
foul on her
error.
part. Not almost getting hit by a car, but that's the bigger moral lesson. Guys, you're going to cut people off. You're going to do something. Give a, oh, I'm sorry.
Give a wave, right.
Courtesy wave, you know?
You know what I gave her? I gave her a thumbs up. No, really, like a literal thumb. Like I didn't flip her off. I just was like, yeah, thumbs up, lady.
Oh.
It's almost
Did
like
you-
worse
wait,
though. I
Did
think.
I know.
you roll down the window and yell anything?
No, I didn't. I did not
Oh.
roll down the window and yell anything. No.
Impressive.
I honked the horn though. She would not look. Oh gosh.
Because she knew.
See, at that point, I probably would, not to curse at her like a kid throwing a hot dog at a Phillies game, but roll it down and say, excuse me, like, I know you see me. Like, something like just kind of like just to yank her
he
chain a little
would've
bit. Like, I
totally
know you
pushed
see me
her.
and I almost hit you. You're welcome. Like, something like
I
that.
just, I wish I wish I could go back in time because I would have been like, excuse me.
I know you see me.
That
Where
would've
you
been
just
But
keep
I
going,
feel
huh?
like the thumbs up was like a nice snarky way because
Yeah.
it would have been too easy just to flip her off.
That's
like,
my thing. I love like giving a thumbs up. Like middle finger is very aggressive. I don't like to be
Right.
aggressive, but like I'm like, yeah. That seems to annoy people even more. You give a
True.
thumbs
yeah,
up.
absolutely. I think she was, if she was looking, she would have been more annoyed by the
Right.
thumbs up than like the middle finger.
So does anybody else have an Am I the Asshole from last week or?
I always read them online. You should start collecting. Do you usually collect them from like Reddit or something? You can go on the forums and just find really good
Funny
ones.
story. I get most of my material from my husband.
It's not too tough to mind
He's
these.
a great
Was he the
examples.
one crossing the street?
He's a great
Was he
source
crossing the
It
street,
was him in the
Tracy?
street.
Be
for
honest.
this segment.
Bob was in a hurry to get the shop right. for his
Yeah.
second
really
round.
Is a great source.
Love you, Bob.
Kind of like a Larry David character almost. Like
Well, how can you not laugh at
he
Larry?
gets into the most ridiculous situations. So yeah, I get most of my material from him. But yes, I am light on a material. I will
They have
go to
good
Reddit.
ones on Reddit
All
for
right.
sure.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, guys, again, take just a second, if you would, to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a live episode, and give us a comment. All right. And
Are
two
you
other
reading
things.
comments today?
You know what? I'm not reading comments.
I have comments. We don't
Thank you,
have any
Joseph.
yet.
There's none up there yet.
No comments yet.
Boo. All right. Well,
Just need someone to say hi.
yeah. Just say hi,
Yeah,
guys.
shout
What's up,
out.
everyone?
Don't be shy.
We don't bite.
So a couple things that I want to talk about too. We're going to get into the Mandela effects that I just learned of. But first, something else I just learned this week. We all know what this is, right? You know what this is?
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you
The
have
So-
to say on
loofah.
this
Quick-
one.
Do you use a shower loofah? Like
Yes,
that?
but
Do you
now
use
I'm
them?
nervous
I
that
have,
you're
I have
gonna.
a quick point before you get into the crux of that. That is called a loofah? I thought the loofah was like the big
The
hard
natural
thing.
one? Well,
Yeah.
there is. This is a plastic loofah.
They're both.
I think they're both
loofahs.
loofah.
Same thing.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
both
Okay.
considered. So one is a natural loofah,
Right, that big hard thing, like
Yes,
to exfoliate.
yeah.
Okay,
and this is a plastic loofah.
gotcha.
But apparently, you need to replace these every 3 to 4 weeks. No, I'm sorry. A natural loofah. A natural loofah you're supposed to replace every 3 to 4 weeks, and a plastic loofah like this you're supposed to replace every 2 months. I'm embarrassed to even
Months?
say
I would-
how long I was using my loofah for.
Is that the old one?
I replace those once a month.
Public service announcement.
Like-
I won't even
You're
use
just
them
showing
anymore.
off now, Joe.
Done.
Nah, I don't trust those
Done.
things. I mean, think of it. That's like,
I
that's
hadn't
what's
thought
getting
about it.
all of the dirt off of you at the end of the day, every
But,
day. So
So I was given a rinse to get the soap out of it, and that's not because it's just the moisture that's
Yeah, I
in
always
there.
try to wash
It's
Right,
right?
supposed to
creating-
completely dry. Now, how does it ever? It never completely dries. Like, it's
think
never.
of it after all of everything that's in the air that gets re-soaked into it after a hot
Yeah.
shower. I don't trust those
Yeah.
things.
Guys, I'm gonna have to change my.
I know. I just went back to a regular washcloth. Like, this is nah.
Washcloth's
no.
the way to go.
Now, here's a funny story. So, my husband and son both have a gray loofah
How
in the
old?
shower.
They can't have the
Doesn't
same color.
matter.
You can't have the
Doesn't
same
even
color.
matter because this story gets worse.
Oh, God.
So they both have a gray loofah. They're distinguishable. They're different. Like, one's a dark gray, one's a light gray, and has like a different like handle on it.
Too close.
But we got talking about it the other day, and my son and husband discovered in using the same loofah.
Same one. Oh.
So it gets better, and so my son says, "Oh, don't worry about it. I only use it to wash my face." So my husband
Oh,
goes,
God, no.
"Oh no, don't worry about it. I only use it to wash my ass."
Oh no.
So my poor son.
Well,
I
we
mean,
know what
horrible
everyone's-
story, but it's
Everyone's
true.
getting washcloths
Maybe
for their
he's not
birthday
watching
this
this.
year.
Service announcement. Throw these away immediately, and then go shower with bleach. It's awful.
Twice.
Twice, exactly.
There you go.
And I'm a super germaphobe too. I mean, it's taken me years and a lot of work, and I've gotten better. But do you remember, like, I wouldn't even drink out of a glass.
Yeah.
Like, I would only drink out of paper cups, like, at one point, because I was such a germaphobe.
She was weird.
I know, I'm weird. I get issues. But I worked very hard on it.
Even in your own house, you would only drink out of.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Yep, I would only drink out of paper cups. But I'm past that. But I could easily get sucked back into, like, everything grosses me out if I think about it. It's so weird.
Like that loofah.
And
got it.
we have a comment here. Jim Murray says it's actually called a shower thingy.
A shower,
shower
thingy.
Thank you,
thingy.
Jim
I-
Murray.
Jim, you're right.
And Carrie says hi.
Hi,
Carrie.
Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
A shower thingy. So I'm sorry, we just interrupted
I
you.
was going to say, if you think that's dirty, I shouldn't tell you about
Oh,
money
Joe.
and dollar bills.
Oh, I know. I know.
No.
That's why I'm so big on crypto.
Yeah,
Can't
well.
touch it.
I love
Yeah,
my
no.
credit card.
No traces of cocaine on crypto.
I was gonna say, I wanted to answer the rest of your panel's question, or I had watched the episode with Jeff, and I was gonna fill in some of the blanks that he didn't get to talk about with cryptocurrency and anything. But
Well, all right. With this audience, there was a lot of blanks.
Yeah.
Our audience is the most basic of basic. A lot of them don't even know what crypto is.
yeah, and again,
That's-
I teach people this for a living, so if it was they had the base layer from Jeff, so I was gonna go back
Well,
and kind of fill in the gaps that he may
some of
have
them were
missed.
still like, what?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
glazed over. It's really hard to explain crypto to somebody who has no idea what it is.
Superman's dog, right? Crypto?
Isn't it this planet?
It's Krypton. I think the dog is crypto.
He had a dog.
He had a dog?
Come on, people.
Mandela
That's a
effect.
Mandela effect.
Mandela
Oh,
effect.
yeah, that's right.
Let's-
Batman
I
had the
don't-
dog. No. Look it up. Crypto.
So
with a K.
we all know what Mandela effects are. No, the Mandela.
Why don't you explain it for those that
Tell us for
are
the
not
folks at
in the know?
home.
Okay, so the Mandela effect started when the Hadron Collider at CERN was run for the first time, and supposedly we skipped timelines. Right? Is that how the Mandela effect came about?
Why don't
Oh,
you
Jesus,
explain to
no.
everybody what CERN is? No.
Wow.
Wait
all
a
right,
minute.
all right.
Wait
all
a
right.
minute.
Go ahead.
So I know what the Mandela effect is. I don't know there's this rooted
Do you know the Hadron
theory of it.
Collider?
Yeah.
Do you know what CERN is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, so many people do not
I
know
watched
what
Big
CERN
Bang
is.
Theory. I know the super
All right,
planet
all
in
right.
Switzerland
All right. So, what do you think the Mandela effect is?
is when a large group of individuals have the same a common misconception of a widely known and provable thing.
So we're collectively misremembering an event or a subject.
You
of
can't
the
tell
world.
me
Well
there was
said,
no
yes.
cornucopia with Fruit of the Loom.
Thank you,
And I will
Joseph.
fight someone.
Exactly.
it's- and-
I will
and-
die on that hill.
We can
all
put
day
on
long.
boxing gloves.
And it's called the
fight
Mandela
about it.
effect. Why?
Because Nelson Mandela, some people remember him dying in 2012 or something. I don't recall.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
years before he died, people were like, "Oh yeah, no, he's dead."
collectively misremembering when
He was alive and
died.
well.
So that
Yeah.
was like the first
Yeah.
one apparently, but there's so many of them now.
So it's these sometimes little things, big things that people just misremember, and that even when you're shown, you're like, "No, no way."
Okay, so new
My-
ones I just learned about.
My example was the cornucopia.
The cornucopia on Fruit of the Loom. Fruit of the Loom, the logo, always had a cornucopia, did it not?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
You
But now you
cannot
guys are telling me
find it.
no.
I remember being 5 years old and buying some boxers from the Gap and seeing the cornucopia, and you could do some like Inception stuff and go into my dreams and see that memory of mine. So there was a cornucopia, and any CEOs of Fruit of the Loom that say otherwise are liars.
Couldn't agree more. The Monopoly guy, had a monocle. Did he not?
Yeah.
100%. Little
Yes.
Monopoly guy
He does
with the
n-
top hat and the monocle.
No,
No monocle.
that's Mr. Peanut.
I
He
know
had the
Mr.
monocle.
I know he had a
That
peanut.
is also the Monopoly guy.
Rich Uncle Pennybags.
Is
Is that really his name?
Was that his name?
I didn't know he had a game, and I'm a Monopoly connoisseur.
Are you?
I didn't
No,
realize he
I
had
get
a
it. I think
name.
He's
that's
got a name.
What did you say his name was?
No,
Uncle
I don't think so.
Pennybags? That's
Rich
a real
Uncle
thing.
Pennybags, Moneybags.
I don't know. Doesn't matter, but he had a damn
Monopoly
monocle. I
guy.
can tell you that.
Carrie, Jim, if you guys can Google that at home.
All right, so the
Yeah.
one I learned today,
Chime in, folks.
Energizer batteries. What's their logo? Or not the logo,
It
but
was
like
the
what's
bunny.
their...
Yeah,
The bunny.
Uncle Pennybags.
All right,
Oh.
penny bags, you're right.
Boom.
Trivia fact.
Trivia.
They're saying he never had one. Uncle Pennybags never had a monocle. I call BS on that.
BS.
I thought he did, but okay.
All right, so Energizer mascot
The
was
bunny.
the bunny.
The
Energizer
bunny.
bunny. Where was the battery?
On the
back.
drum.
On his back. And he had the
On his back.
Drums,
I always remember
right?
on his back. Okay. Now today, they're telling me not only it was the battery in his leg,
Lies.
No.
But-
What?
Duracell also has a pink bunny mascot.
That I did know.
What? No,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Yeah.
Why would
Duracell was the copper topper. They never had a pink bunny
Yeah,
mascot.
Duracell didn't have a
Duracell, the
mascot.
copper
It was
top
just
battery.
the
Copper
battery with the copper
And
top.
it slams shut. They show you whatever
Right,
inside of the
copper
battery.
top.
Boom.
I can hear that.
Where does this battery in his leg go? That
You have to Google
doesn't
it and
even.
see. Does
I
not compute.
can't even
No.
like picture where they would put
No.
it because his
Why would
legs
it go in his
are.
leg?
Yeah, that's weird.
It was always in his back, and now there's no evidence of a
Oh my
battery
God.
in his back. And the
Nah,
damn
it was in
battery-
his back. That's
Yeah, the damn
that's
battery was never in his leg.
So Brian Larkin just commented that John is correct. Didn't say about what.
About what?
So I'm assuming
About
it's
what,
an
Brian?
all-encompassing comment.
Everything?
Everything.
Fake news.
Thank you, Brian.
How much did you pay him for that?
I
We're not going
know.
to talk about that.
Checks in the
Crypto. I'm
mail.
going to send him crypto.
Crypto.
All right, another one. Richard Simmons. Remember Richard Simmons?
Yeah.
You might be too
I know
young to
Richard
remember.
Simmons.
All right, so you know Richard Simmons with the short shorts and the tank top and the afro and the headband.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like the legendary headband. If he didn't have a headband, was it Richard Simmons? No.
No.
Now they're saying he never had a headband. You cannot find a picture of Richard Simmons with a headband now.
Get
on-
outta here.
I just
on
need to keep Google
Images.
on.
Sweating to the
my-
oldies? How do you sweat to the oldies without a headband?
Wait, with all that hair and all that sweating he did, he would need a headband to
That
keep.
was like his trademark. That and the striped shorts.
Is he still
That's
alive?
not really him now. That's like a.
It's a deep fake.
Oh wow! It literally says the Mandela Effect Project for this picture.
Yeah, that's not an actual picture.
That's
But-
Chat GPT made that picture.
Yeah,
Probably.
but that was another. I cannot
Yeah,
even.
absolutely.
I
Headband,
can't even take
headband.
this. So now, this one, these are all blowing my mind so much. The Atlantic Ocean, if you pull up a map and look on a map today, is no longer the Atlantic Ocean. It is now labeled the Sargasso Sea.
What?
What
What?
are you talking
I
about?
know.
When
what
did they
are you
change
talking
that?
about, right? Okay, so
Wait a minute.
I heard this
No.
today.
No.
I looked it up. The first
I'm confirming this.
The first map I pulled up, it says the North Atlantic Ocean up north, and then what we know as the Atlantic Ocean is the Sargasso Sea. I didn't even have time to research it other
This
than
is fact checked.
Yeah, what is it?
I
You snope it?
I don't even see Sargasso. How do you spell that?
It's-
Sargasso.
And there was a movie, The
Sargasso Sea.
Wide Sargasso Sea, in the 90s, 80s maybe?
Never heard
Look
of
that
it. What
up.
does that
I've
even
never
mean?
even heard that word until right now.
Oh, yeah.
Me either.
The Sargasso Sea is inside of the Atlantic Ocean.
A sea within a sea?
What?
What does that even mean? Come on.
How is there a
none of us has
sea?
ever heard of
A
it.
sea is a smaller body of water than an ocean.
So I'm
Right.
saying the
Like
map.
the Mediterranean. Like it's off
the
to the side.
Mediterranean.
This is it.
So
Yeah.
the map that
So
I
where
looked
is
at
the
today
sea?
had
The Saragossa?
the North Atlantic Ocean, and then what we know as the Atlantic Ocean, the coast that we swim on, is swimming off the.
So we're really
coast of the
swimming in a
Jersey Shore.
sea?
The Jersey Shore. The Jersey Shore is the
Easy for you to say.
Sargasso Sea.
No.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Wow,
not
it makes us
really.
sound so fancy now, though, when you go to down to like the shore.
So
instead of saying
is
you
Atlantic
swim in the
City
Atlantic.
now Sargasso City?
Sargasso City.
I don't know.
It's off the coast of everything. So, like, Bermuda is in the Sargasso Sea.
All right. Well, we gotta
Here, there's like a
research
little-
that one.
This is strange.
a little circle around where the sea actually
I
So it
mean,
doesn't
but
look
this
like a
is
sea.
new. How
Who
many
named
maps have I looked
this?
at in my life?
How
And
long
now,
ago
all
did
of
they
a
come up
sudden,
with
Wait a
this?
Like it's been
minute.
there forever.
It's got its own wiki
today?
page.
Did Magellan
When
name
did this
this?
happen? See, this is my thing. There was never a Sargasso
The
Sea.
Let's see
wiki
when it
page
was
was
named.
created
How
3
about
weeks
that?
ago.
Such to spur a Mandela effect and blow my mind.
There's a conspiracy theory.
Well done, job well done. All right,
That's
and here's
cool.
another one that got me too. All right, do we all know the actor Danny Trejo? The
Yes.
Yeah.
Mexican actor that's in like so many movies. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Melissa?
No.
You know
him if
Messiah.
see
I know him.
Google him.
Ponytail, pulled back,
Right now.
mustache, big guy,
Google him right
menacing
now.
looking.
Yeah,
Sweet,
his name?
sweet as
very
can be.
looking, like
Oh.
like a wrinkly old kind of like Mexican.
He's like central
guy.
casting, Hispanic.
Oh, this is the
Badass.
guy I
That
pictured
guy.
in my head. This
Yeah.
is the guy. As soon as you guys said it, I was like, maybe
Okay,
that's the guy.
So he passed away a few years ago. I remember when he passed away. I remember when he passed away. Absolutely, it's a few years ago. Apparently, he's still alive and well. He's 78 years old.
Yeah. What do you?
No,
How would you kill Danny Trejo?
I remember when he died.
I feel like I would have remembered when
I
Danny
clearly
Trejo
remember
died.
this. And this
Yeah,
is
Google says he's
recently.
78.
Huh.
I just watched him in a movie the other day.
It doesn't mean he's alive. But that's another hill I'll die on.
Wow.
All right, last one. The magician Harry Houdini. How did he die?
Magic trick where he ended up drowning.
He wasn't he like chained in a box
Right, couldn't get
in the
out.
water.
There was something with the key got mixed up. Whatever.
No,
Yeah.
he got some ailment. I know it wasn't from a trick.
Oh.
I heard it was from a trick,
I
but
thought he was in a
I
box
did
in the
too.
water.
We all already drowned in the thing. He couldn't get out in time. He'd done this trick
That's
a million
what
times.
that's what I've heard.
And there was one
Yeah.
mishap, and he died. On this one time. You heard that he died of an ailment.
Yeah, he was sick
Ailment?
He
or injured or
died
something.
of appendicitis.
Oh,
not-
yes. That's an ailment. I'm good. Yeah, Brian said I'm correct. Yes.
No way. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He died when a trick went wrong.
So I got
Yeah.
a question. How much of the Mandela effect is corporate rebranding and how much of it is actually because of CERN, if any?
So like I the ones that I've seen in the past, like a bottle of Febreze. How do you spell Febreze?
2 E's.
Where?
Z. F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E.
Okay.
It's not
I
Febreze.
don't, I don't know if you're correct, but that's one. And Looney Tunes, like the cartoons.
Yeah.
How do you spell tunes in Looney Tunes?
T-O-O-N-S.
No.
T-U-N-E-S?
T-U-N-E-S, like musical tunes.
No, I thought it was like loony, like cartoons.
Like the cartoons?
No, yeah.
Which would
You would
make
think
more
so. That makes
sense.
perfect sense. That's the common sense. It's a cartoon making
There's
tunes,
so
but
many.
it's not.
There's one about Captain Crunch. I can't remember what it was. Like something with the hat. Or the epithet.
Epaulets?
What are they called?
Epaulets.
Epaulets.
Let's.
You know, the things on the sleeves.
Oh, the little like
military
white
epaulets.
thing with the fringe.
Yeah. Like he didn't have them or something. There's so many. So many. Do you have a Mandela effect?
Oh, let me tell you about it.
Well, do you want to tell yours is like more like a glitch in the matrix. We'll talk about that another day. We'll do. Yeah, that's like, we can't get into that right now. That's too deep.
By the way, the Sargasso Sea dates back to 1492.
How come we never heard of it?
Never
until
heard of
today?
it.
Today, we were today years old when we heard of it, and now it's on all these maps. You got to be kidding me.
I've never seen it on a map before.
I've never seen it on a
Google,
map.
Google image maps, and you will see it on there. So bizarre.
Nice circle in the Atlantic Ocean.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because all other seas are like the Caribbean Sea. It's tucked away. Mediterranean Sea. All the other seas that are out there.
This looks like it's like a fifth of the size of the Atlantic
I was about to
Ocean.
say, it just looks like the Atlantic Ocean, and they just
Just plopped it in there.
renamed it.
I don't know. I can't, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go down the rabbit hole tonight with some more Mandela effects. They're just
The
fascinating.
cartography TikTok. Look out.
Like the flat Earth.
Well, just a TikTok of maps. Is there something like that? There's got to be.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
was
know.
just on anesthesia TikTok today, so I'm sure there's cartography.
Right? There's
There's
gotta be
a
something.
TikTok for everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
it really is a fascinating place.
And I think it's right. But before the pandemic, it was just kids doing dances. I was never really on it
It was for everything. That was what a lot of
because
the
it
trends
started
were
out as the
focused
music.
around.
It started as musically,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
it changed. And because Serafina my daughter would do
The little
lip sync things, and
Yes,
like I'd have to
like,
pause the
oh,
video. I'm like,
cute
what am I
video.
doing?
Yeah.
Right. And, they would have
And then I
different-
guess it just expanded to
And then quarantine
videos.
happened, and
people found
people had nothing
good
better
use
to
for it,
do.
Yeah, and for the most, a lot of great stories and creators on there.
Yeah.
Well, like
Some not
everything
so
else,
great,
you
but-
can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Oh,
So
well,
again,
A lot of
do
the
your own
opposite, too.
research. Moral of the story.
Like the pink sauce. Did you ever see that pink sauce?
No.
TikTok- Oh God.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna write that
Yeah.
down. Pink.
Pink sauce,
I actually have a
TikTok.
family member that used to make that.
Pink
Really?
Make it?
Yeah.
All right. Pink sauce.
As long as they
I'm
didn't
checking
buy
that
it
out
from
tonight.
that lady.
What?
All right.
Wait, this is a dessert at a like.
No, this is some mayonnaise something. It was like
But
a
you eat it,
condiment.
though, right?
You eat it.
Yeah.
But this lady like came up with it, and then she started selling it
Like out of her
How
kitchen.
long
out of
ago
her
was
kitchen.
this?
Like out of her
Yeah,
kitchen.
this is like
A
not
year or
FDA
two.
How long
approved
ago was
or-
this?
a year or two.
Oh,
Nah,
mess with
because
that.
I've heard of the pink stuff like 15 years ago. So she stole it from someone and just probably got famous on TikTok for it.
Well, but she was actually like selling and like shipping it to people,
that's
and
crazy.
and like they're like it would explode, and she just
Who
like
is
wrapped in a
buying
box.
it?
Nah,
I
it's-
don't
Nah,
know,
that's
You don't
crazy.
know what her
But
kitchen
you-
looks like.
It
I
doesn't
know.
even look edible to begin with.
but
so-
this woman was like standing by it and like doubling down. I'm like, no, this is good. I just made a batch. Like this is like
Oh,
it's
who's
not tested, it's
buying
not clean. What
Yeah,
what are you
you
using?
can't be buying like
Yeah.
weird stuff from
Yeah.
someone's
Oh my
home
gosh.
kitchen.
I can't even go to a potluck dinner like that.
You'd be back on paper cups.
Potlucks?
Yeah.
No, I don't do well at potlucks. It's so gross.
Yeah, when you see that crock pot of something.
Karen has like 3 cats.
mystery.
Yeah.
Karen in the office has 3 cats.
Oh,
they're
the
like
office potluck
walking all
was the
over-
worst.
Walking all over the counters. Gosh. All right. On that note, we got to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week. Have a good night.
It's like Aunt
Have a
Bethany
good
with her
guys.
Aunt Bethany with her Jello mold.
Yes.
Ooh. There was a lady I worked with.